What up, Steve? Another day in paradise, brother. Waiting to go on my vacation next week. There's one.
Just trying to get everything set up.
Ooh, everything's blurry as all hell because I don't have my glasses on. Tell me you're getting old. You're getting old. All right, where's Black Sheep? I know Cover's going to be a little bit late. What up, Patrick? I really wish it would let me search for people to invite, but it doesn't. There it is. There he is. Ooh, that'll be fun. Was your guy able to pour you a new thumb yet, or are you still waiting on that? There he is.
What's going on, guys?
What is up, brother? How are you?
Trying to see if I can get the camera up and running. Let's see if I can make this work.
See, it's not just Pickles that has problems. Hey, here we go.
Oh, man. How you guys doing? I'm still trying to figure out how to upload bowling videos to my MySpace page. So technology is not my friend typically.
Hey, you know what? If MySpace was still around, though, we would have a fun time with that in the bowling world, though.
Fuck yeah, we would, man. You guys would be in my top 8, definitely.
I would hope so.
How's our bowling doing?
The top 8 changes, and you're texting people going, "What the hell did I do?"
Yeah, dude, why am I number 4 this week? What did Steve do that was so good?
Oh, so Cobra's indisposed for a couple of minutes, so we're going to be running this a 3-headed monster for a minute or two.
That's all right, man. I do best in threesomes.
Hey, my favorite league's the trio league. I don't know if that says anything.
To do, man, one of my favorite leagues was a 5-person league, but 7:30 start on a Friday. You weren't walking out of that place till midnight.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Oh, what was Carter doing? Hold on. My youth buddy.
I even got a haircut for this thing, so just so you guys know, I took it seriously. So let me try and look presentable.
Green dot, purple hammer. Nice. He was throwing one that he borrowed at one of the 9-pins, and he was throwing it pretty good. Hopefully it'll be around long enough for him to actually put it to good use, because, it may be going bye-bye soon. All right. So one of the biggest things that I want to talk to you about, Chief, is you are involved in something that not a lot of people get to experience. You're a UBA bowler.
Yeah. You've been UBA for a long time now. It's definitely an experience. Definitely an experience.
What is the UBA experience for those that do not have a UBA close to them?
So imagine if you took a traveling bowling league and mixed it with the WWE, and that's kind of what it is. It's everyone is a character, and no one's real name is on their jersey. It's who they kind of want to be. There's a lot of trash talk. The culture is you need to have thick skin, but it typically brings out the best bowlers. So I've been fortunate to be a member of the UBA for going on, I want to say 12, 13 years now. And it changed how I bowled in a good way. I got convinced to join because UBA does, team ranking matches. But a couple of years back, they had singles brackets too. And you traveled to someone else's house based on where you were ranked. And they had like a featherweight, heavyweight, junior weight, welterweight classes based on average. And, it's different when every shot matters. When you're up against somebody pretty much scratch within your skill bracket, it matters. You can't take a frame off, or you'll find yourself at the bottom of the brackets.
That's awesome. I would love to experience that just once. I probably wouldn't be a longtime UBA guy, but I'd do it for a season, and I would just have a blast with it.
I'm kind of at the point with my UBA team that I'm kind of the old guy on the team now, so I get used. Like if they open up and say, "Hey, who's available?" and I say I'm available, they'll put me in the roster. But I got a wife and kids now, so I can't be out there every weekend traveling around New Jersey. So I probably bowl UBA 4 or 5 times a season, maybe if I'm lucky.
Oh, okay.
That's just enough for me, man. It gets me out there, and I have a good time with it.
Well, 90% of your TikTok videos are you trash talking on UBA, so I was assuming you did it more.
You know what? That's not a UBA team. My Black Sheep is a club that a buddy of mine, Matt, and I founded. That is, we're kind of a family on the lanes of all the miscreants in your local bowling alley. So my UBA team is actually called Dysfunctional Bowlers. It's run by a guy named Raul, who's real good dude. But Black Sheep is a club that me and my friend Matt formed, and it's like 30 of us, and we do some charitable shit. Run some tournaments, but we took all the people that didn't kind of have a home and put them in one family. So that's the jersey you see me wearing pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
But yeah, and sorry for assuming they were UBA because
No.
You're one of the best. You're one of the best talkers on the lanes, whether you're bowling with the Sheep or if you're bowling with the UBA.
Yeah.
When I'm scrolling through and I see one of your videos, that's like you're one of the people I stop and watch the entire video for because I'm like something's about to happen.
I'm too. It's funny. I'm like a walking contradiction because I talk mad shit on the lanes, but I'm one of the nicest dudes. Like the minute of a match is over, whether I've lost by 100 or won by 100. I'm that first guy shaking everyone on the other team's hand, saying, "Hey, great bowling you tonight." I've said some pretty nasty shit on the lanes, but I'll arrive at the bowling alley a half hour early because there's some old dude that had a stroke last year that still comes down and watches people bowl. I come down, make sure he's got his coffee in his chair and he's all settled. But yeah, once first frame starts, I'm an ass to deal with.
What's going on, Cobes? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? Sorry I'm late.
Yeah, start time's merely a suggestion. We miss it half the time anyway.
Yeah. Life is lifing. You got to take care of life first.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, what, you said you did 17 lawns today? Good God.
Yeah. Do it all over again tomorrow.
And you're down in Florida, right?
No, I'm in Ohio.
All right, so you do have a season for lawns.
Yep.
Yeah. Get it in while you can, man.
Right. That's what I keep arguing with everyone. They're like, "Oh, you need to take some time for you." Well, no, I'm trying to collect it so I don't have to work hard in the winter.
You plow in the winter?
No. It don't snow much around in our part of Ohio.
Where in Ohio are you? You like the Cedar Point area of Ohio, or are you more like Columbus, Cleveland?
Cincinnati.
Okay. All right.
So we get a lot of southern weather during the winter more than
Yeah, yeah.
anything.
I was to say he throws a rock and it lands in Louisville.
Right. Cincinnati's centrally located really well for a lot of places.
Yeah. Yeah, you're within 8 hours of like 7 major cities. You're looking at Pittsburgh, Detroit, Louisville,
Yeah.
Cleveland, probably Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say he's not a fan of my state, but he is within driving distance to St. Louis too.
Bro, we crossed over from Kentucky into Missouri and we had to go up that bridge. That bridge is bumpy as can be. I don't know what bridge it was, but it was bumpy.
It was probably the Paducah Bridge that goes from Paducah, Kentucky into Missouri.
Yep. Definitely that was it.
How far from Pittsburgh are you, Cover?
I'm not for sure offhand. I know where Hershey we're about 7 hours from.
We do a bunch of my buddies and I we do the TAT, which is a true amateur tournament. It's every November. It's it's about a half hour outside of Pittsburgh, which I think is only a couple hours away from the border of Ohio. And I want to say it's like Williamsport or Williamsburg, Pennsylvania. It's at a casino. It's a good time, man. And you look it up. If you go trueamateurtournament.com, might be something you're interested in if it's not too far from you. I know me and about 5 of my buddies, we get hotels and we do Friday, Saturday, drive home Sunday.
I would say the TAT, the only one that I know of is obviously the one in Vegas.
Yeah, that's the big one. Yeah.
That's where they're dropping like 10 racks.
Yeah. I think last year whoever won it was like $15,000. It's crazy. I think on this one you get like $2,500 in a hand job if you qualify.
Hey, well, I mean, all the single men will be lining up.
Hey, listen, my hands are soft.
Oh my.
So, I know we talk about a lot about the bowling community, but don't you do something interesting for your job too? Don't you like sell light bulbs or something like that?
Yeah, I work for a light bulb manufacturer, so I'm surrounded by all my toys that If you guys need like rechargeable camping lanterns, let me know.
I need that for my Bray Wyatt cosplay.
There you go, man. There you go. Yeah, I've been selling light bulbs for 30 years it seems now. Yeah,
Goodness.
good. It's interesting, man. I've traveled the entire country because of my job. I've been to Germany and China and Hong Kong, so it helps pay the bills.
Illuminating one customer
Yeah.
at
I
a
was gonna
time.
say-
There you go.
One thing that'll never go out of demand: lighting.
Yeah, we do kind of need that.
Same
Are
thing
they
with me.
pickle-
I sell car insurance. My wife sells cars. You know, the one thing we're never going to be out of demand of? Cars.
You should move to New Jersey. You probably double your salary. Our car insurance premiums are stupid out here.
That just makes my job harder.
Yeah, I think we have the highest premiums in the country for car insurance.
Are
I
your
bet you
lights
Louisiana's
pickle
higher.
proof?
What was that?
Are
I
your
bet you
lights
Louisiana's higher.
Really?
Yeah, because Louisiana's technically part of my group, so I can transfer to a handful of different states.
Got it.
And I was like, ooh, Louisiana. They're like, yeah, no, you sell maybe 2 or 3 policies a month. Don't do that.
Wow. All right. Okay.
Ohio's getting ridiculous on theirs. Are your lights pickle proof?
Everything I have is pickle proof, man.
Alright, just making sure.
Speaking of which, he's been awful quiet so far.
I've
We've got 15 minutes in.
I got 4 kids wandering this house, man. Everything's got to be pickle proof here.
And we haven't heard anything from Brian yet.
Sorry.
And we still haven't heard anything from Brian.
It's okay, Brian. I got in front of my phone at 8:30 just to make sure I would have mine working because I knew it was a struggle for me.
Is that better?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, he said, "Let there be a voice."
Absolutely.
Elizabeth, everything in Ohio is expensive anymore.
That is very true.
Yeah.
So,
Ohio is a business state.
as
My
far
favorite-
as oh shit, my bad.
Go ahead, Steve.
As far as like brands you like to throw, what are your go-to brands? Or are you just pretty much an open bowler and you just throw whatever you match up with?
You know what? I pick my balls like such a 13-year-old girl. I like Storm, man. The balls are pretty. They smell good. You know, when I first started bowling, I was obsessed with being on someone's staff, and everyone turned me down except for Lord Field Bowling. So I got a soft spot for those guys. But Storm tends to be what I lean towards now. You know, I'm a decent bowler. I still don't know my equipment great, but I love a good shiny ball that snaps, and it seems like Storm tends to have the most of those for me.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
whether it's right now I'm throwing the Ion Pro Solid, I love it, and my Physics Blackout are my two favorite balls I think I've thrown in the last couple of years.
That blackout is a phenomenal ball. I love that ball.
I went to a pro class that my wife bought me for Christmas with Brad and Kyle, and I thought they were fucking with me, but apparently it's true that solid colored balls hook more, and I thought that was just someone yanking my chain, you know, telling me go get the left-handed lighter for the fireplace, but you know it's But no, they confirmed it. They said that usually a solid color ball tends to hook more. And the last two balls I've had, which are that Blackout and that Ion Pro, those balls got a lot of energy when they make that turn.
Yeah, they say they carry about 3 or 4 boards more hook.
Yeah. So Storm's kind of what I lean towards. I'm not opposed to throwing another brand. I trust my pro shop guy like implicitly. You know, I was bored a couple weeks ago, and I told him, I go, dude, just drill me a ball. He goes, what do you want? I go, surprise me. And I think he got me the Origin EX, and I've thrown that a little bit. Not my favorite, but I'm open to throwing anything.
Well, yeah,
Great
you
for
said
back
shiny
end.
and snappy, and the Origin EX is smooth and very mid lane.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Not wrong there.
But you know what? There'll come a situation where you need that smooth mid lane, and you'd be like, "That's my dude. That's why he put that ball in my bag."
Yeah, my whole goal this past year was to bring less balls to League. So I used to be that asshole bringing 6 balls into League every night, and I had to have a spare ball and, you know, a ball that did everything. Now I walk in with my 3 bowler roller, and I'm good, man. So
I
Hopefully.
used to be the same way. 6 balls to every league night, and everybody's like, "You realize how redundant that is?" I'm like,
Yeah.
no."
yeah. So
I've got 4. That's it.
yeah, if I go to a tournament, I'll bring 6.
Right.
Yeah, because the 2 balls that I tend to leave home every week, or at least in the back of my truck, I have a red urethane ball that I've had for years that I used to make my spares with. It's not the U78; it's an older one. I've got a gem for if the lanes are really oily, and I think I have either an original phase or a physics. An astrophysics that I throw when the lanes start to break down. But usually they stay in the trunk of the car unless I'm going to a tournament.
I was going to say, excuse me, did you just say the original phase?
Yeah, I've got an old phase that I just never loved it because I wasn't a good bowler when I bought it, and I have it lurking around with maybe like 40 games on it, and the ball's like 8 years old, 9 years old.
See,
So-
that's one of the ones that absolutely befuddles me because everybody loves the phase 2. Everybody has the phase 2. Nobody hardly ever brings up the original phase
Yeah.
because it wasn't very popular. So it was like,
Yeah.
how in the world did the phase 2 even get created?
And the Phase 2 was so much more popular. I think every pro I watch on TV pulls a Phase 2 out at some point during a tournament.
Yep. It is
Yep.
like the GOAT of the Storm benchmark balls.
Yeah.
It's really good on Sport Pattern too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
such a house rat, man. Like when I go to the Tat, I'm literally gonna look like I licked the window of the bus to get there. Like it'll be pretty sad. But you put me on a house shot, and I'm good to go. But
Ever since I got my pitches changed, I cannot throw on a house shot. I'm
Really?
crushing sports shot, but I cannot mark on a house shot. I'm averaging like 185 on sport right now, and I'm last night on 9 pin. I think I bowled a 126.
oh god,
Woo.
Ouch.
Can't find a mark. Can't find a mark.
you were about
Well-
15 pins away from an adult average.
Right.
Well, I did the same thing last night. I went out and or yesterday morning, I went out and I post bowled for the league that I missed on Wednesday, and my high game was 188. I shot like a 150 something, 160 something, 188, and a 175. I handed the score sheet to the guy at the desk and said, "Can I get a mulligan? Because obviously didn't bring my game today, so let's just try this again tomorrow and pretend I wasn't here."
You guys had on.
What's up, Big Daddy?
I think I popped in and saw you guys with D-Gab on last night or the night before. And I hate when I'm not part of the chat when I can only type because half the things get blocked out and deleted on me. But you guys are talking about positive reinforcement. And I really sat down and thought about it. And my entire game is really based off of hatred and shame. And like that positive reinforcement stuff just didn't work. Like everything about my game is pretty much based off of anger and not liking other people. So I'm like, positive reinforcement does not really work for me.
I feel like it's either one or the other. Either you need somebody that says go get him, or you need somebody that basically says you suck, dude. Do better.
That's how I started bowling, man. I joined a league with a bunch of friends, and I was just some idiot that thought I was going to do it for a season to get a free ball. And I remember being at like the banquet after league season was over, and there was like four of those old dudes that bowled on like 74 leagues a season, and they made sure to tell me how horrible I would always be and that I was no future in bowling for me. And I think I spent the next 300 days every day at a bowling alley absorbing every piece of knowledge I could just so I could be better.
Right.
And
yeah.
I never looked back from there.
Now, you did bring up the fact that you have an old red urethane, so let's go to that just for a minute.
Sure.
What's your thoughts on the USBC and what they may or may not do?
So the only caveat I'll put on this is the part about softness of the ball, because that's just a rule that I think just needs to be enforced better. But anyone that wants to ban urethane, I would have just as much right to want to ban skinny people from bowling, because you guys have an unfair advantage over us chubby guys because you can get the ball around quicker and you can throw it harder. Like you're basically saying the same thing. If you can go out and we all have access to the same tools, then it shouldn't be banned. Because if you're not good with urethane, that's not the guy that's good with urethane fault. Go out and buy a urethane ball. Get good with it.
Learn it.
Learn it. I mean, the same thing with being two-handed. I bowled two-handed for about a year and a half. Little hard on my knees and my back, but I understood it and I liked it. And it's when there's something that's in the game that is not accessible to all is when you'll see me go, well, maybe that's not good for the game. You know?
I tend to agree with you. I think what they're going to wind up doing is they're going to make the 78D hardness rule universal.
Yeah. And I'd be fine with that.
But one thing that we were talking about on a sidebar with this is the fact that a lot of guys like J.R. Raymond and others are saying, hey, today, and ZVL also mentioned it, today's urethane is not yesteryear's urethane. It is a completely different cover.
Right.
Yeah.
So my proposal is let urethane stay, but go back to the old urethane formula, not today's urethane formula, and see how well everybody does.
Yeah, but today's footballs aren't the same as yesterday's footballs, and today's backboards aren't the same as like. Where does it stop? Like once again, if we all have access to it, I think it's a slippery slope to say. Is plastic going to be banned? Like, are we talking about
I'm talking
all reactive balls not being created equal. I just think let people play, man. Let them play.
Yeah, at the end
I
of the
agree.
day,
I just think it would be funny to see somebody with basically the equivalent of a fab hammer or a nail trying to throw it like a purple hammer.
Yeah, let me get my original Rhino back. My teal Rhino.
I was gonna say, if the purple hammer went up to a 78U or higher type situation, that thing would probably hook the lanes.
Well, the softer urethane gets, the more it hooks. So that's why they went up to the 78 hardness, trying to tamper down the urethane performance. So give it maybe like 3 years and let it get a little soft, and then it'd turn into an old purple hammer. But right out of the box, it'd be less until it gets worn a little bit.
And the only thing that I would be open to argument wise is I think we definitely need to look at professional bowling different than league and tournament bowling. Like league bowling, listen, no one's making millions on league bowling. And I watch guys that complain about people that pull out urethane, and from shot frame 1 through 3, they're 12 boards difference. Like you're just not good.
Yeah.
I understand when you are a professional bowler and you've got a log only bringing 10 balls, and you've spent 3 days of qualifying, you have your 10 balls, and now some asshole comes in and ruins the shot, and your 10 balls are ineffective now, and you can't just go to a truck and drill up an 11th ball. You could probably convince me of that. But when we start asking about sweeping changes of league and tournament and professional, they're different animals to me.
Right. And another podcast that we follow is Sweep the Rack. They're always, their videos are always coming through on TikTok. And we scrolled through one of them and saw that Brooklyn Rob was saying that they should just ban urethane at the Masters, the U.S. Open, Nationals, and like the big tournaments. And it's like, dude, if you're so in favor of banning it from that many tournaments, just ban it altogether.
Yeah.
Or enforce it consistently. Like, what was the issue that Belmo had like 4 years ago where he got a ball disqualified or something along those lines, and then when they remeasured it, the ball was legal, but he wasn't able to use it. And like, you've got the equipment that can test it. Just effectively enforce the rule, and you won't have these issues.
Right. What's going on, Carter? But yeah, I mean, and that was when they were first doing the hardness tests.
Yeah.
And it failed one durometer hit and then passed every other durometer hit after that.
Yeah, but I mean, when all that happened, it wasn't just basically one ball from him. And there was probably at least 5 or 6 balls that were under fire.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's when you look at the Storm 7 that got banned.
Right.
Well, there were a couple reactive balls around that time that got banned too, because I remember, I forgot what the ball was, but it was a shiny ball from Storm that was red and black.
The Spectre.
Was it? And it got banned right on the time that they were playing around with the Purple Hammer. I remember, they came out and said you could use it during league, but you couldn't use it during, tournaments or US, PBA tournaments.
Any sanctioned USBC event.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the Spectre, the Trend 2, the Altered Reality.
Yeah.
And there were a couple other ones, but those were the big 3 reactives from Storm that went hasta luego.
Yeah.
Wolverine was in there too, wasn't it?
Yes, the Blue Wolverine, yeah.
That, and if anyone out there was throwing a UFO.
Yep.
Yeah, UFO Alert was...
Yep, that was another one.
So for both of those people in the country throwing a UFO, can't use your ball anymore.
Well, that was the thing, is the Spectre was getting honor scores like every week.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, something's obviously up with this ball.
Yeah.
And then they tried to remake it with the harder surface in the Revenant, and that lasted maybe 4 months before it went bye-bye.
Yeah.
But it went bye-bye for the polar opposite reason. It didn't sell worth a squat.
Yeah. I'm actually more concerned about string pins than I am about urethane.
It's definitely it's a different game, that's for sure. Have you thrown on string pins yet?
I have not. None of our houses have converted in New Jersey, but I've watched a number of videos on it. Like I was watching Packy Hanrahan, his latest video, he was doing a race to 10 against some coach of his, and it was making 7-10 splits. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you know how long it would take the average person or even average professional bowler to make it 7? But they were making like 1 out of every 4 shots. They were making a 7-10 because goddamn pins were dragging the pin across the lane.
Well, they also
worked
did
too
that.
far.
Him and Hoope did that at God, what house is that? Starts with an S. It's in Kansas. But they are known for having like some of the hardest kick walls
Yeah.
in the entire country. Pins fly out of there like nobody's business.
Yeah.
And they wound up making like a third of their 7-10 splits.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And then they tried it again with the Greek church and made like 1.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. And I get it. I'm close friends with the owner of my house, and he's a real good dude. And I know how often they replace pins, and I know how often shit breaks down, and paying mechanics and stuff. And I'm sure that'll lower all their expenses from a business standpoint. But as long as that doesn't change the integrity of the game, once again, we'll all have access to it, so it won't be unfair. But I do like the naturalness of pin carry.
It was Seneca Bowl is where they were at.
Oh, okay, got it.
I mean, the only other thing that spring pins, I mean, are the Alleys really going to cycle those pins?
That's a good question.
Because I mean, and technically, if they're a dedicated set, then they technically have to move those pins around so that there's not same wear and tear.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to rotate them out like every 60 or 90 days or something like that.
Yeah.
And that could be the another big problem if you get worn in and worn out pins that aren't flying like they're supposed to begin with, and then you have them on top of strings. It could be double the problem.
I'm just reading in the chat that Connor says that AMF and Brunswick seem to have much more natural pin reaction than some of the other houses. Like I said, I haven't seen one live yet.
Yeah, they like some of the centers in the when they were originally putting in string pins. Those are what we call outlaw pins. They're not sanctioned. They're not certified. They're loose as all hell, and you get the immaculate string carry all the time.
Got it. Yeah.
Now these edge string pins that USBC actually certified, the strings are shorter. They're tighter. They're not as loose and floppy. So I mean, you'll still get immaculate pin carry, but you won't get nearly as much as you would on like the outlaw pins.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Did you guys see the magnetic pin setter?
I have not.
I saw
what?
I think it was either today or yesterday. Yes, it's magnetic.
That's what Joel just said.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I'd be in favor.
Do you know how many?
But my
how
question
many
is-
10 pins I carry by the skin of my fucking teeth? The last thing I need is that shit magneted down.
I was gonna say my next question is like, say you have a 7-pin that slides into the 7.5 spot but doesn't fall. Do you set it in the 7 spot, or do you not reset it at all and keep that 7.5 spot for like a pin that slides but doesn't fall?
I guess it really depends on how that the magnetic system's set up on the actual rack. I mean, you'd think that it would have to pull the pin kind of back to its position.
And that's another thing. I would love for them to go back to the weight of the gold pins, because the gold pins were like 2.5 or 3 ounces heavier.
Yeah.
I wouldn't outdrive the 8-pin nearly as much as I do.
You guys don't use an 810 page? You guys don't shame people for leaving an 810? I think I was having this conversation with you, Brian, like last week.
Yeah.
That's not a thing. That's not a thing for you guys.
I don't see it too much around here.
Dude, there's an actual
thing
face.
that you
Yeah,
get.
5-pin is I think national, but for us, if it's 810 or 7.9, we've got an actual Facebook page that has like 2,000 members where, like, literally like 12 of us will leave our lanes and take a picture with the person who left the 810, and post. I mean, it's the funniest thing. I mean, you'll see, like, especially if it's a good bowler and they leave an 8-10, you'll see 30 people leave their lanes and cram onto one lane just to shame that picture with that one person with their 8-10 behind them.
Yeah, I want to say I think that's a Northeast thing.
Yeah, probably.
I was gonna say that was when I first learned that I needed to open up my angles because I'm a pretty high rev rate for a left-hander, and I was playing that traditional lefty up 7-8 and letting it walk and just letting it do its thing, let the ball do the work, and I left so many 7-9s, and I got so sick of leaving pocket 7-9s. I'm like, all right, we're moving left or we're moving right. We're opening up the angle. We're not leaving these no more.
Good times, man. Good times.
But that's the other thing that's weird about me as a lefty. I will leave more 10 pins, single 10s, than I'll leave single 7s. And I will literally throw the entire rack at the 10 pin and they will all miss.
Yeah, I can't even guess what my average would be if there was not a 10 pin in the rack. Like it is my every year it is my goal is to be better at the 10 pin, and I've gone to tracking it with an app now, and I'm like that dork that writes it down in a book, and I mean I can't get above 83% on a 10 pin. And I'll go like weeks without missing it and then literally miss like 7 in a row.
Yep. I call that the 10 pin yip.
I just can't.
Yep. I was going to say there will be nights where I'll pick every single 7 pin I leave, and then there's going to be nights where I miss it by 10 boards.
Yeah, crazy. Whenever I look back at my scores and I go, oh, wow, fill those 3 10 pins in, you would have had a 260.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I would say you hop into my live streams, especially on nights where I'm struggling to carry to get the 7 pin. You'll see me throw one, miss it by 10, and go, "Yep, that was close. You only missed by 10."
Yeah, I'm the asshole usually in the back that goes, "Dude, that ball looked good until it left your hand."
That's exactly what and usually I know it. Obviously it dead off your hand when you miss that bad. Dead off my hand, I just hunch over and drop my head, and it's like I'm not even going to watch how far away that's going to miss.
I love, like, I got a couple buddies that will miss that pin by an easy 6 boards, and they will come back and swear it's the lane. I don't understand what happened. I threw it right where I needed to. I was like, dude, you missed your mark for a 10 pin by a good 8 boards. So, yeah. We need to have We need to have a reality TV show at a bowling alley.
Oh, dude, that'd be so much fun.
I don't know about your alleys in your cities, but our bowling alley. I mean, we've got leagues where there's some interesting characters, man. A lot of them.
Oh yeah, we've got several of that. One of those ones that was on my soapbox is the 130 bowler who has the nerve to get mad at himself for not shooting 200 every week. Throwing a plastic ball, throwing a house shot ball, and can't figure out why he's not carrying when he's throwing a 10-pound house ball.
Yeah, we got a bunch of those too. Like we got in a couple years ago. I don't think anyone uses it, but we have Spectavision on 2 of our lanes, and I've done it once or twice, and I'm nowhere near where I want to be. But my shots are usually, if you took 3 or 4 boards, I'm usually over those 3 or 4 boards. And at that class I took with Brad and Kyle, they said, listen, down lane, anyone that says they're aiming for a board is full of shit. Yep. It's like a 6-inch by 9-inch rectangle that you're aiming for down lane. But I watch guys that, shot 1 will be over the 2 boards, and the other one, next shot will be over 15. And they're wondering why their carry's not consistent, and they'll swear it's the way it's oiled, or I don't know, this ball just revs up too much. I'm like, are you watching your shots at least? But no,
you're not even laying your ball down in the same zip code.
No.
The last one I heard was I heard someone complain that there was too much oil right at the actual pins, and I'm like, dude, there's no oil there. They're like, oh yeah, there's oil there. I'm like, no, there's not oil there.
I think we learn terms as new or average bowlers for the sole purpose of excuses. The amount of people that barely know how many fingers go on a bowling ball, and they'll go, "Yeah, I think the carry down's pretty heavy down there." And I'm like, do you even know what carry down is?
No, my favorite one was one of these guys, just like this, averages 130, 140, and he's like, "Oh yeah, my launch angle was off by about 2 degrees on that shot."
Wow. All right. Very specific.
It's like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah. That you keep telling yourself that. It's not that you missed by 7.
I'm trying to get better this year at being a little bit more focused every shot. I tend to throw a good game and then get a little lazy because I think it's just going to come off the hand perfect every time.
Yeah.
I have a 279 average.
279. You go 179. You go, well, what happened in that second game?
Oh.
Yeah.
But the guy that says he has a 279 average doesn't tell you that that's his 3-game set.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are a number of guys I bowl with that will bowl on the same league with them, and then they'll go on Facebook and they'll post for all their friends what their scores were, and I'll be like, motherfucker, I was in the lanes next to you. You did not shoot 712 last night. You were lucky if you shot 597.
They were taking their handicaps.
Yeah, I did.
I was gonna say.
I bowled with a guy a couple years ago who shot a 293, and he walked off the lane on the last shot and said, "I think I pulled it a little." No,
Really?
No shit.
Big
I still
Josh
wanna
on
have
paper
one.
accounts.
Would they say
I gotta
292? Isn't 292 the hardest score to get?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you gotta go through the baby split area completely clean.
Yep.
That's the only way to go to get a 292.
Yep.
And that's actually what I was going to say. I need to get another handful of 300s sanctioned in me before I do that. But eventually, I will go for a 292.
How many do you have?
I got 1 sanctioned right now.
All right.
So I need to get a couple more before I'm like, okay, you're at the front 11. Let's see if we can shoot a 292.
Yeah, I'm kind of consumed with getting a second 800. I like it. It feels like 300. I can almost pawn off as one bad break a game, but 800. Like I've got one. I've got an 802 that I felt like I crawled across the finish line on, and that's kind of what I'm obsessed with lately is 800. But I don't know if I have that in me anymore.
Yeah, see, exactly. Connor's like, hey, I got a guy that says, hey, I'll try the 292 because that's the only 290 score that he doesn't have.
He's got a 291, Connor? Wow.
That had to hurt the soul.
Yeah. Oof.
I was gonna say that's either a complete yank or he's like, I'm gonna pick the 10-pin clean for a 291 and did it on purpose.
Yeah. How did you three all meet?
TikTok, technically.
I was saying here.
What a beautiful platform this is.
I was going back up to Ohio to do some work for my in-laws, and me and Cobra met each other on here. His logo was 513, so I knew he was in the Cincinnati area. So we just started chit-chatting, and I told him, like when I come up, let's throw a couple games together or whatnot. And then we started chit-chatting, and then within 2 weeks, we had this podcast going.
By the way, I'm hoping you guys don't sign Hendricks.
No. Bruh.
Sheep, you'll be my wife's best friend.
And I'll do you one better. I'm a Wolverine fan too.
So,
God.
killing me. All right, so I lived all over Ohio. I grew up in Mentor, which is just east of Cleveland. I went to Kent State for a while. I went to the University of Toledo for a while. I lived in Columbus for a while. Lived in Cincinnati for quite a while. So I'm definitely an all Ohio guy.
I will
Did you-
I
tell
I'll ask
you.
you, I'll
I will
ask you
tell
one
you-
question about Najee. Did you know he was going to blow his eye out with a firework before you let him come to us?
I feel bad because I knew probably Najee wasn't going to stay because they were turning over a lot of the roster, but the dude genuinely showed up to work every week, didn't miss a game, rarely ever put the ball on the ground, and pumped out 1,000 yards every season. He just wasn't fun to watch because he got those 100 yards by being handed the ball 97 times a game. With his
course.
with his 1.2 yards per carry, but he seemed like he was a genuinely nice guy. I've seen a lot of guys from the Steelers, make their way out of town like Pickens, and you're like good riddance. Najee was one of those guys that I hope they could make it work, but he'll be all right.
I mean,
San Diego.
He will fit the Chargers game plan because Jim Harbaugh loves to run the rock.
Yeah.
So I was excited, and then they're like, "Oh, he had a firework injury, and he hasn't been to training camp since." It's like, what?
Yeah. What are you gonna
So-
do, man?
I don't root for Ohio State, just to clarify, but I still would never root for Michigan. I'm sorry.
Both my Steelers and my Wolverines, I will tell you, I became fans in the lean years, and I'm not a for Super Bowl. This is my team. I'm not like a typical Patriot fan. Like
Oh, God.
I'm a legit, like, to prove it to you. I'll pull this off the wall. Oh. These are 1993 McDonald's playing cards.
Oh, bro.
Bubby
Oh,
Brister
wow.
as the quarterback. Like, I'm an old school Steeler fan. Like, so hard times are bad, man. Those are my boys.
I've been rooting for the Bengals since Icky Woods days, so
Icky Shuffle, baby.
I mean, I've been through the rough.
Yeah,
Oh.
man.
Being an Ohio fan, we've all been through the rough.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
Cleveland's
going to say,
not any better.
I appreciate your loathing for the Patriots, though, as a St. Louis guy, because, 2001, I'm still not over that.
Dude, you know how many times the Steelers have been screwed by the Patriots? I mean, it's bad. I'm so happy to see them struggle now.
Well, and that's the thing, is if the Patriots dynasty wasn't going around, the Chargers would have at least one more Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because that's what got Marty Schottenheimer fired. He couldn't beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship game.
Yep.
Oh, Marty.
And until they got Harbaugh, they've been the same since. You don't fire a 10 to 11 win per year coach. You just don't do it.
I always laugh every year when they call for Tomlin to be fired. You guys never had a losing season. I mean, it's like the playoffs have been lean for us, but the guy's there every year.
How'd you shoot, Robbie?
Yeah, I was just going to say, how'd you do?
I'm guessing Robbie shot 637.
I just dropped y'all like a bad habit.
Take it with you.
My bad.
Too much pickle juice on your hands, bro.
Well, I guess we'll never know because Robbie isn't saying a thing.
Maybe it was a bad night.
Right.
Maybe Robbie shot 537 and he ain't talking about it.
Right? Okay.
Sorry.
Seeing that we're going there, what is the worst set you've ever shot in league?
Ooh, are we talking like in the last 5 years? Or are we talking about like
Yeah.
ever?
That we've seen?
I
No,
shot.
that you've personally shot.
All right, in the last 2 years, my lowest series was a 563. And that was with one really good game. It was like a 160, a 150, and like a 240, which I consider that atrocious. But there were a lot of years where I just sucked. Bad. Like I've been bowling now since 2003. And my first 10 years, my average wasn't bad. Like the first 3 years, I was trash, and I got my average up to about a 180, 190 because I lived in the bowling alley basically every day. But still, like to get to 190, it would be like 230, 150, 160. So those years weren't good, even though the average didn't seem like it was bad. It really has been the last probably 6 years that I have felt really comfortable, and that was broken up in the middle of 2020 with 5 heart surgeries, so which put a little crimp in my shit. But other than that, for like the last 6-7 years, I've been roughly 225, pretty consistent across the board. So I was just looking at my app the other day, and I think in the last 57 weeks of bowling, I think I have one series below 600. So
Pretty good.
listen, it's like I said, I'm not trying to blow myself up. It's a house shot. It's
Right.
both predominantly in one house. I do with UBA do some other houses, and some of them were by the skin of my teeth, like 604, 600, 602. but
Right.
but I've really the last couple of years have tried to take that next step and just be focused and actually look at what I'm doing as opposed to just trying to feel my way through it. So.
Not counting when the lanes broke, when the oil machine broke at my last house the last 6 weeks before they closed. Because a quarter of the jets were clogged in the oil machine, so it was literally only oiling 3/4 of a board. So every board had a half board that was dry, or a quarter of a board that was dry.
Ooh.
And I shot like a 490 one night on that, but that was because we were bowling on the Sahara Desert. Nobody scored.
Yeah.
But the lowest I had shot previous to that, when there was not a known problem, was probably a 512. And I brought the wrong set. I brought the wrong bag. Horrible execution. Couldn't make a spare to save my life. And it was just one of those times where you look at the team and go, sorry, boys. I showed up, but my game didn't.
Right.
I remember not
My
too
lowest.
long ago throwing 8 strikes and my score being 198.
Been there.
Yep.
Been there. That's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
My
You're-
lowest was. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
My lowest was 364 on the first week of Sport Pattern. First time I ever threw on it.
Oh, I believe that. Oh, I don't even count Sport Cobra because I'd be lucky if my score had 3 numbers in it if I shot on on some of those sport patterns. I finished dead last in the TAT last 2 years ago when I did it in Pennsylvania. Like in my bracket of 50-year-olds above a 215 average, I averaged 164. I was dead last in the tournament.
But yeah, and sadly, my 512 was on a house shot, but it was literally one of those nights where it was like, look, my game stayed home today. My body is here, but my 12-year-old son's game came with me and not mine.
You know what can really fuck my night up more than, and sorry if I'm cursing, I don't know if you guys have rules against that, but
Oh, no, you're good.
you know what can screw my game up more than anything else? When I show up to the bowling alley late, the stress of walking in while practice is already going on,
Yeah.
I can guarantee you my first game's a 187. Like, I guarantee it. Like, I'm putting on shoes and 3 minutes are off the clock already. Like, I already know that game's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Which makes
Or
no
you-
sense to me because I don't need 37 warm-up shots, but just the stress of being there late screws me up.
I say, or showing up after practice is over and you've been skipped and you've got three frames to catch up.
Yeah. One of the questions I think Brian sent me was pet peeves. And I swear we could do 2-hour-long shows, and I probably have 1,000 of them. Probably have 1,000. Like, there's just, I think I'm overly critical of everyone else because I'm always looking for something to hate someone for.
Right. Something to get your blood boiling.
Yeah, I mean, but showing up late, people that join leagues and then they miss 2/3 of the season, and I get it. People got lives going on, but don't join a league if you got a life going on. People that have to go out and smoke every frame. People that are hammered by game 2. people that stand on the approach with the ball in their hand and turn around and have a conversation. The list just is endless to me of.
You just hit
That one drives me nuts. The
Yep.
guy that has the ball in their hand and wants to sit and talk to you while you're on the approach. It's like, dude, we have tables back there for a reason. Shut up.
We have on some leagues, and I don't know if it's a problem for you guys, where, especially on that 5-on-5 league that I stopped doing a couple years ago, where most SETI areas are geared for a 4-on-4 team on a pair. And I will watch a team get there early, and it'll be their 5 bowlers, their 2 kids, grandma came to watch, someone's girlfriend, and you're like, where are we supposed to sit? The other team bowling, like, that drives me crazy. That drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Especially in a tight house.
Yeah. Having 3 balls up on the rack, I mean, the list goes on and on. Oof. Yeah.
Yeah, people that have multiple balls on the rack, that drives me nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, the two that get me the most is the human rain delay. And the guy that will sit there and want to have a full-blown conversation with you while you're on the approach. It's like, homie, it takes 10 seconds to throw a shot. Let's have this conversation after we're done.
If you're going to be on the approach for more than 12 seconds, show me something fucking fabulous. Like, below the rack. Don't throw a 7 count. Like if you're going to be up there that long staring at the rack, like, don't throw a 7 count.
But yeah, there is definitely, especially in our summer league, our Mulligan league, it's a singles league. And we rotate a pair to the right after every game. So It's like tournament style, but it's a singles. And you get, the maximum potential of 10 points, the lowest you can get is 0 points based off handicap. And there is literally a human rain delay that will take 35 seconds staring at the pins before he even takes a step.
Do you guys do mystery doubles in your houses?
No.
We in case she's in the room, because she said she wanted to pop in. My little sister, not by blood, Melissa, she runs at our league a mystery doubles every Sunday, which is really, really cool. Where you come in, just get assigned to someone randomly. It's 4 games, you move every set. It's usually pretty fun. It's a great way for like mid-level bowlers to meet people new, get paired with someone good.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I also like.
Sorry, somebody sent me a message that I have absolutely no knowledge about, so I'm like, what?
I like the fact that you guys have your side bets of your poker and stuff actually on screen. That's awesome.
Yeah, I never understood the old school way, and I get it. Before scoring got different, and everyone had like Quibbica machines or whatever. But the amount of cheating I would watch when some guys run a card game on a table.
Yep.
So ours are all on the monitor now, and then I mean, it's everything you can't run there. Like we do a mystery score, but that's kind of hard to cheat on too, and we do a couple other things. But the poker is up on the screens.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
that is very cool because I know for a fact there are some guys in our league that stack decks.
Yeah, we do a weird variation of a strike ball. We call it our no tap strike ball, and the house runs it, and it's third game only, and you've got to get strikes in the first and second, fourth and fifth, eighth, ninth, and 10th, and then the other 4 frames can't be lower than a 9 count on the first ball. And
Nice.
And it usually carries over. I've hit it twice so far this year for a combined $1,000, and I've been very lucky. But it really keeps people engaged. So we're always trying to find different ways to put a different spin on a game up here and have it generate more money and more excitement.
And that was the other thing I was going to ask you earlier that I forgot about. If you've got a $500 shot and you've got to go to your most confident ball for the $500 shot, what ball are you picking up?
I'm probably using my black physics. That's probably where I'm leaning towards.
I think me and Brian have the same answer.
Dragon.
I was actually thinking I'd probably go Craze Pearl.
I guess it really would depend. If the lanes are burnt, then yeah, the Pearl would be what I'd be throwing a little bit less aggressive.
What was the question? Sorry.
If you had a $500 shot, what ball are you grabbing to make that shot with?
On fresh lanes or cooked lanes? That's the real question.
Yeah, that's what Brian
One
was
each.
just saying.
Yeah.
One each. I'm going straight Pure Envy because that ball's just going to do his thing in fresh oil. And if it's late, I would probably go with the Hazmat.
Really, I figured you'd pull out the Mania.
Mania, if it catches friction too much, it's going to take off.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
The Hazmat Pearl's going to kind of push through it a little.
But yeah, fresh oil, I'd be definitely whipping out the Dragon, and then on toasted, like if it's at the end of a 3 or 4 game tournament, yeah, we're gonna go the Craze Pearl.
I mean, I have won money with the Pure Envy, so I can't discredit it.
Right.
Now, if I'm at Eastgate lanes, I'm pulling out the Swag Ace because that thing likes that lane.
Hey, Cobra, is Swag the new Lordfield?
What do you
That's-
mean?
Are they not the same companies, are they?
Patrick, thank you.
Yes.
Because isn't Swag based out of California or no?
I think so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they were part of California Bowling.
Yeah, and I think a Lordfield was too. Yeah, my pro shop guy wouldn't when I was staffed by Lordfield, he wouldn't drill my Lordfield balls. He said they were actually denser, and they tore through his drill bits. So he didn't like drilling up my Lordfield when I brought him in.
I had the same complaint when I was having people drill my big bowling balls because their cores were huge, and they're like, "Dude, no."
Yeah. You guys ever get a chance to go out to Seattle, Washington? Kenmore Lanes is beautiful. Beautiful. Shout out Washington State.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been that far.
Yeah, no. Farthest I've been is Nevada.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do nationals next year. It's kind of on my bucket list. My wife is super tolerant of all my immature habits, you know. And we literally just added to the family 6 months ago, so I'm trying to be very respectful of what I ask for. But I'm trying to go to nationals next year, and I'd like to actually try and go with her father, because he bowls a little bit. And I think he'd have a good time going to nationals.
I was gonna say I'm very much excited about nationals this year at Reno. That is like one of my biggest bucket list items in bowling that I've yet to accomplish is bowling at the stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to wait till next year too. I didn't feel like going to Louisiana for it.
Yeah, I mean, Louisiana was fun. Baton Rouge is a nice city, but I was just like, okay, get me through this year so I can get to next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I will be begrudgingly stepping into California for the first time because we're meeting a couple of our friends in Lake Tahoe
Oh, nice. Good deal.
during that Reno trip.
Yeah, I just got back from Cali about 4 weeks ago. Spent a little time in Los Angeles and in San Diego.
See, now I wouldn't mind San Diego, but that's part of the reason why I haven't been to San Diego because I'm terrified I might love it.
Yeah. It is. I think the West Coast is probably in my future at some point. My wife is a native of the Pacific Northwest, so we've discussed
okay.
that. We've discussed that when some of the kids get older and they're off to college, that maybe there's two houses, one East Coast, one West Coast, because we both love that Northwest is fucking God's country, dude.
Yeah. Now, with you being an East Coast guy, have you ever bowled in Portland, Maine at that bowling alley?
A long time ago. I had.
That's
I've
another one of
tried
my
to bowl
bucket list
all over
bowling
the East
alleys.
Coast.
That's another one of my bucket lists. I want to see
Yeah.
the bricks.
Yep. There's a couple of really good centers. God, in Connecticut's got a couple. You gotta swing by Boston and do some duck pin bowling.
If I get out to that area, that is definitely on one of the bucket list items. And then
Yep.
Canada to do Candlestick, just to
Yeah,
say I've
yep.
candlesticked.
Yep.
That's quackers.
Dude, Candlestick is a mean game, man. 140 is a good score in Candlestick.
And it's harder than it looks because when I've gone to Boston, I mean those little cannonballs, you almost want to over whip them down there, and your accuracy tends to be all over the place. So I'm always respectful when I watch these guys on TikTok and they're clearing it with the first shot, or I take some skill.
Right.
Right.
Because it took a long time to even learn the rules to Candlestick because there's 3 balls per frame, so it's strikes pair, and 10 total.
Yep.
So it was like, okay, this is like an entirely different game.
Yeah, and the key to making spares isn't always aiming for the pin that's standing. Sometimes it's aiming for the pins that are laying down.
Yep.
You
Right.
get some of that spin around action.
That was one of the things I was like, okay, if I get a chance to make a big split, I'm going for a pin that's already down
Yeah.
and just ricocheting.
Yep.
I'd throw my shoulder out.
Roger Clemens over here trying to throw it 97 miles an hour down the lane.
Right.
Some of those guys, man, they put some speed on those things, man.
Yeah, they do.
And that's the thing. If I candle pinned, I'd probably candle pin right-handed.
Are you ambidextrous that way, Steve?
Yes, I am.
Good for you, man.
He's special.
I am
Years of
I'm
practice.
60% dominant with my left hand and 40% dominant with my right.
There's all kinds of jokes there, but I ain't going there though. I ain't going, Steve. Sorry.
How did you get those numbers?
Because I actually mapped it out. I'm like, okay, what do you do with your left hand versus what do you do with your right hand?
He checked his Pornhub watch list.
Yeah,
The strange.
that's actually pretty consistent.
I think we need to politically correct that word, sir.
But like
Corn.
for example, I throw a football, I shoot a gun, or I shoot a pew-pew, excuse me. I shoot a pew-pew, I throw a football, I shoot a basketball, and I bowl left-handed. I write, I eat, I throw a baseball, and I shoot pool right-handed.
Which foot do you use, Steve? Because I can't do any of those things left-handed, but I kick lefty. Like all those things are right-handed for me. Eating, writing, baseball, football, bowling. But when I kick, like it's left foot.
Yeah, I'm a lefty kicker.
Okay. You don't do that righty though, too, do you?
Very, very, very rarely. Like, we had an intramural kickball team, and one of the innings was you had to kick with your opposite foot.
Yeah.
And that was when I realized that if I absolutely had to, I could kick with my right foot.
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, okay, that's not even fair.
See, my
But
daughter, my youngest, she's 100% ambidextrous. She can use both hands fluently, no problem. She can bowl right, she can bowl left. She can, whatever she does, she can do both hands. I'm ambidextrous. I was born left-handed, forced to go right because my grandpa thought it was a curse because of what he went through when he was a kid because he was left-handed. So,
But yeah, I mean, that's how I hustled in college, is I would bowl people for money left-handed. I'd get up about 30 or 40 bucks, and I'd be like, all right, double or nothing, and I'll even give you an advantage. I'll bowl right-handed. And then I'd beat them right-handed. It's a good way to walk out with a couple $100.
Yeah, it is. You better have them dual slide shoes though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I'm a step and planner when I bowl right-handed.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I can leave my my brake pad on my left foot because I just step and plant when I throw right-handed.
Yeah, when my coaches when I went to that seminar, they told me I overslid. I slid about a foot, so they got me to put a little less slidey grips on the bottom of the shoes to keep my slide down.
Yeah, Brad, Kyle, and Daniel Puerto would probably tell me the same thing. Actually,
Yeah.
Daniel's tried to tell me for years, and
Yeah.
I'm like, I do what I do. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll listen to him with a lot of things, but I cannot cut down my slide.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That's the great thing about sports is as long as you get to the goal, it's fun watching. I mean, who's it Jacob Buttriff?
Butters.
You watch that dude and you're like, what the hell's wrong with his arm? But the dude with that dislocated wrist makes it work. And there's another guy that's online that like he does like a push away with the ball.
Yeah, the Hayukin.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what? A coach would get a hold of that kid early and say, you know what, you got to change this and change that. But both of them are 230 bowlers. I mean,
Yep.
I have the worst
Butters has
reasons
got an
ever.
advantage because he's like triple freaking jointed. Like
Yeah.
the wrist is not supposed to do what
No.
his does.
No. Hey, what's up, D-Gab?
The backwards bowler. Where's Joel?
Right.
Oh, so this is every
Yeah, I
month.
saw that video
How
of the
many
girl that
podcasts
was
do you guys
kind of
have?
doing the Hayukin thing.
Yeah.
I think what episode is this, Mr. Ruling?
Oh God, I don't know. I can go back and I can count them, but there are about 3 or 4 episodes that we missed because that was how we learned that you only have 30 days to download a live before it goes bye-bye forever.
Right.
I think we've been doing this
I got a
for
book.
what?
Where do you guys download this to? Is it downloaded to TikTok or is it
Yeah, it'll archive it to TikTok for 30 days. Then we'll download it and put it on the Spotify and the YouTube.
all right? I'll have to do it. I'll have to go to the YouTube. My mother still thinks
Speaking
I'm
of
12.
which-
She'll want to hang it on the refrigerator.
Speaking of which, there are 19 people in the chat right now. I guess right now would be a good time to drop our keyword that we haven't done yet.
Yes, sir.
So for the bowling ball giveaway of the Apex Solid, we're going to have you drop a keyword in the comments. The keyword will be let's just use Rowan's Swag Nation. So as of right now, drop Swag Nation in the chat to get a entry into that bowling ball giveaway.
Better write it down.
Patrick, you know you can't win it. Why'd you put the keyword in?
Okay, Power Bowler, Tiffany,
Switch hitter, Foster's,
Switch, Foster's, Lennon.
Dago Brett,
Hey, yeah.
Wadley. Pineapples.
D-Gab, I said moist.
They just lost 10 entries.
All right, hold on. I'm going in and I'm screenshotting these. Hold on.
Okay. Atypical.
That way we got it.
Oh, you can actually go back into your live recap and go to analytics and read the comments too.
Oh, well, thanks after I already start
It's all right. You can,
screenshotting
Yeah.
everything.
you can
I
still
just wanted to put you to work.
It's good backup.
Because Swag Staff is not eligible to win, my man. You know that.
Unfortunately not.
And out
Patrick
of
goes
respect
create a fake
for
account.
everybody that has entered the giveaway, we are not in it either.
I'm definitely not. Yeah, this is for you guys. I don't want. And if this one goes good, we might do something in the near future.
Yeah,
With some
definitely.
merchandise.
Yes. I'm going to go pick those up hopefully tomorrow. So I will be sending y'all messages for that address so I can get your stuff out to you.
Very nice.
I might,
Um,
depending on how my jersey turns out through Patrick, I might create a second one and do a giveaway with it. I
Yeah.
might even do the Pickles one that I created, which is kind of cool, and maybe throw that in the mix.
Who do you guys use for a jersey
think-
company?
Vise.
Huh?
I use Vise.
I'm a freelancer for jersey companies. I'm giving Vice a shot. Patrick's doing my BHB jersey. I've been on staff with Bullify. I will not use Bullify unless I absolutely have to. I like H5G, but H5G is insanely expensive.
I went through a bunch of bowling jersey companies and finally found one I liked to actually sponsor me. But it's Jersey Alley. And
I've heard Jersey Alley's very
Jersey Alley,
good.
the Jersey Builder is probably the most intuitive, best jersey builder where you can actually see what you're making. They're quick. The quality is really good. All our jerseys are Jersey Alley. And if you put in Black Sheep 10, you get 10% off. Just throwing it out there.
Hey, it's shameless self-promotion.
Listen,
Mr. Patrick, have you gotten any further with talking to the guy above you?
But that would be a cool idea because now all three of us have avatars that we've created. We could do a BHB with all three of our BHB jersey with all three of our avatars on it too.
All right, bet. That's what I was thinking. I was going to discuss that after this podcast with you guys. And I think it would be epic, and we could probably do a giveaway with it eventually.
so are all three of you guys married with families? And if so, what do your significant others think about your bowling extracurricular activities? Like when you're walking downstairs into like some lonely Dungeons and Dragons basement to do the podcast, like does your wife just shake her head in shame and go, no, she's supportive?
My wife actually is the one that told me to take some time off and concentrate on bowling and getting into the bowling community a little bit more. Does she like all the leagues that I've been doing? Not so much. But I mean, at the end of the day, she knows that bowling is what I really like to do right now. So
Yeah. Now my wife is super. She's fucking really tolerant of me. I try and be respectful of that, and it also helps that she's the only creature on Earth that terrifies me. So nothing will make you get home faster than text and go, "Hey, I love you," and you don't get a response back, and then you go, "Everything okay?" and you get a yup, and then you spend the next 45 minutes in the car going, "All right, what did I leave out? What did I do wrong?" So,
But yeah, my wife, when we first got together, we had a conversation about what were some of our life goals that we thought were still attainable. And mine was, hey, I can go out there and I can get my PBA card. And as soon as I said that, she said, well, then get some new equipment, go join a league, go do it.
nice.
yeah.
Nice. My wife actually bowled with me for 2 seasons, which was interesting, and I think she's had enough of it because the bowling alley crowd is not her cup of tea. But she's always been super supportive of.
My average
She
right
views me as
now
our third-
is
she views me as the third kid. Like she's like
211. And I'm actively working on Project 220 to get my average up over 200, to get my next year's season average over 220 so I can go out and compete in tournaments again. And
Is it 3 consecutive
and not
years,
donate.
Steve, of 220 or no?
No, it's actually one year of 200 now. They lowered the requirement.
Okay, and it's like $1,100, right?
No, it wasn't that bad.
Although PBA 50 might be lower because that's what I would join would be PBA 50.
Yeah. Well, and my entire goal when I got my card was just to maintain my card until the PBA 50. I didn't have any desire of bowling professionally full time until I got to the 50.
Yeah.
My wife bowls with me. We Me, my son, and her are on a team, and we just bowl all the time. We bowl 5 nights a week.
My wife and I had one rule, Cobra. My wife said, I'll bowl with you. If you see me doing something wrong, you are not to be the one to tell me. She goes, you can have anyone else tell me, but you cannot correct me. And I was like, honey, my lips are sealed. I will never correct you on the lanes.
Yeah.
My wife.
That's why my wife just enjoys being a rec bowler, because she's like, if I took it too seriously, you'd wind up coaching me, and I'd just get mad at you.
See, I gave my wife just enough bowling knowledge that she's like now the hot wife at the kid's birthday party, and they're like, "Ooh, mommy can bowl," and she's like, "Yeah, 3 in a row." It still ends up being a 111, but she's pretty damn good.
Thank you, D-Gab. I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, my wife was a sports major like myself. That's one of the reasons why we don't bowl together. But it also helps that I don't have any kids. I just have dogs. So
Yeah.
See, I'm lucky enough that she bowls better than I do. She's way more consistent, so I don't have to tell her anything.
That's happy wife, happy life, Cobra.
That's right.
But see, and that's the other thing that's cool about my wife is my wife's watched me enough that she can tell me what adjustments I need to make if I haven't picked up on it myself. So she's like, hey, you're coming in high, you need to move a couple to the right. Or, hey, you're coming in too light, you need to go a couple to the left.
My wife just goes down occasionally to watch because she likes the theater that I create. It's usually interesting. My lanes and the two next, it usually is there's a lot of talking going on. I think she goes down and just enjoys that once in a while. And then retreats back to the safety of home where it's normal.
Yeah, thank you, Power, for the heart meet. That puts us at 12, which is really freaking sweet.
awesome.
All right, so what do the heartbeats do? What is that?
They level up your live rewards program. You have to maintain 10 people in your heart meet group, and you get a higher percentage of the coins that are gifted to you.
See, I'm so, like I said, I wasn't lying about the whole MySpace comment.
But
I've been
what I do
I've been
with
live
all the
twice.
coins,
Once for you guys, once for DGAB, and that's it.
But what I do with all the coins that I collect through the lives is I go into other bowlers' live streams and re-gift them.
Yeah.
I was surprised because when you look at the platforms that are out there, I always felt TikTok was 12-year-old girls, and it was like kittens and rainbows, and it was the best bowling community has been here. Like
Yes.
it's not on Facebook, it's not on Instagram, it's not on.
We were actually
I was surprised at that.
Yeah,
I'm
we were
surprised
actually
at that.
talking about that. I think it was yesterday or the day before about like how the majority of everyone that's kind of watches our stuff are older people. It's not
35 to 55.
yeah.
But yeah, I made the joke, but it is legit seriousness. We are a bunch of 40 to 50-year-olds trying to grow the positive side of bowling on a kid's app.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what it's supposed to be, man. It's supposed to be fun.
What time, Foster? Depending on what time, I have league tomorrow night. My demographic right now is...
I was gonna say I'm gonna try to practice tomorrow because I'm still like getting over this forearm strain that happened a couple weeks ago. But I post bowled on a burnt up house shot, and no, that was the left hand, not the same one. But I was post bowling on a burnt up house shot, which is part of the reason why it was 155, 165, 185, 175. So we need to go back and be a little bit of a confidence boost to go out and shoot a high 600 for a 3-game set. Because
And
I'll be
Mr.
on vacation next week, and then when I come back, fall league starts. So I need that last little confidence boost.
And Mr. Lennon, your demographic 55 plus is because you're sharing old bowling clips.
Yeah, I mean, the classic games are going to draw that classic crowd. So
how many guests have you guys had since your podcast? 20?
I think right now we're sitting at 20.
So was there anyone you had that you thought they were going to be one way and they surprised you? Like who's?
I don't know if we've had anybody that was like just straight off. Like, I don't know, because I feel like there are a lot of our people that we've talked to we're already pretty close with.
Got it.
yeah, the only one that I would say I was surprised at was Butchie before we got Joel in, because the real Butchie didn't show up until Joel popped into the live.
True, yeah, but he was our very first episode as well.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm always interested to when I meet people on here, and whether it's sharing comments or whatever. It's it's cool to see the behind the scenes of the people.
Yeah.
I like that.
And the guy that would have surprised me if we hadn't already met him would have been Richie, the bowling nerd.
Yeah.
But we had already met him at DGAB's tournament, so we knew what we were getting coming into it. But I wouldn't have expected him to be that conversational, not meeting him beforehand.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of good people on this platform that I enjoy their content.
Wait, why do you say yours was boring, bro? Are you wanting a pat on the back, buddy? We'll give you a hug. Come here, big guy.
I mean, I think everyone that we've interviewed has added something different.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked to so many different people, and everyone's got some type of personal story. So I think everyone's got a little spot. So I wouldn't necessarily pick one person out of a full group.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm growing my people I'm following. Like right now, I've been kind of hooked on a few guys follow her, Bowling Swifty.
Yeah,
she's been putting some good content out there. As there's a lot of people I've been starting to follow lately, and I'm always trying to get new ideas on seeing how other people are putting their content out there and the angles they're shooting and what they're showing but. I have found out that if the video is me from behind bowling, lots of views. If it's my face talking, it's probably going to be 200 views. So
yeah, see, that was my thing when I was posting my bowling content. I was getting 200 to 600 views. I shifted to the soapbox, views went up.
Yeah.
I shifted to the top fives, views went up again.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I think people just really want to see the best. They want to see you working at it.
Yep.
And that's actually one thing that I was very surprised at so far on my last video post. I did the top 5 of the balls of the 2000s, and I omitted one on purpose just to see how fast somebody would say that it's missing, and nobody's brought it up yet.
Oh, is that your cover up?
No.
I'm just picking on you.
But the last time I left it out, somebody real quick said, "What about this one?" And I intentionally left it out again to see if it was going to get brought up, and it hasn't. Because I put the virtual gravity in its place. The virtual gravity was in spot number 3 of the top 5 bowling balls of the 2000s. And it should have been the high road. And I was waiting for somebody to say, "Hey, you forgot the high road," and nobody did.
Have you guys reached enough people where you're starting to see people, I don't want to say steal ideas, but start to imitate you guys a little bit in what you're trying to do, which is like the highest form of flattery?
I've seen some rant style videos like my soapboxes.
Yeah. I like it. Every once in a while, I'll change something up and I'll see someone else do it, and I'll be like, I wonder if they saw my video and said that would look cool.
I mean, I definitely have seen multiple people on different platforms using other people's kind of techniques or
Yes.
trying to basically mimic
Yeah.
that style. I think the weirdest thing about being on here is having like random people just come up to me, like when I'm at a restaurant.
Yeah.
They see the headphones and they're like, "Oh, that's Pickles," and I don't know who they are, but
Yeah.
they come over and say, "Oh, we love what you do. Our son watches all your stuff." So I mean, that's pretty interesting.
I've got family members that don't recognize me sometimes, so I haven't had to go through that struggle yet.
Wait,
I
I
was
want
saying,
some
I
of
got
your
stopped.
fame, Brian.
I
I don't get that fame. Well,
Just gotta go-
I'm out here meeting real people, though.
Cobra, you're a people's champ.
Yeah.
Right.
I was saying I got stopped twice at nationals by people that said they watched my TikToks. So I was like, dude, that's freaking cool.
I would just look at him and say, I'm sorry. You must be very bored. Because I don't have nothing entertaining.
I'm just hoping
Well, no,
that
I
I
mean-
get. I'm just hoping that I exceed my OnlyFans account with followers on TikTok.
There you go. But no, it was like because I went to nationals the end of May, so we probably had what 6-7 episodes at that point,
Yeah.
and somebody stopped me and was like, "Dude, I watch your podcast every week," and I'm like, "That's cool because we just started."
Yeah.
That is cool. That's cool. One day I'll be out and someone will go, I know you.
All right, so we'll meet up in Bowl sometime, and I'll walk up and say, hey, I know you.
That would, you know what? You would make my head grow 3 sizes bigger.
I'll bring a piece of paper so you can sign it for me, too.
I always say when I throw a good shot and I walk off the lanes, I always tell my teammates, I go, dude, I threw that ball so good, my dick moved.
Hey,
Yeah, even some of the like I was born this is probably 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, and some of the youth were in there getting some of their equipment drilled, and Hutch is the one that runs the shop. He walks by and he's like, "Dude, your fan club's over there," and I was like, whatever, and then like later on he walked by again and he's like, "Dude, no, they keep on like pointing at you and keep on saying pickles."
That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Get that merch out there, man. Come on.
Yeah, I definitely got to work on that.
I started.
I was gonna say
Go ahead, Cobra.
one of the coolest ones that it was me. I flipped my camera over so I could vape. One of the coolest ones was Mark Dillard coming up and saying, "Oh, hey, what's going on, Steve?" I'm like, "Huh?" Because I had my name on my back, and I figured he had just, saw my name on my back. But then I realized I walked straight up, right past him, and he was walking into the building. There was no chance for him to see my back, and I was like, he actually recognized me from TikTok. That's cool.
That is cool, man. That's very
Look,
cool.
I mean, let's be honest. I'm surprised he remembers anything at his age.
Yeah, I mean, he is the golden depend for a reason.
I ain't going to say no because one day I'll be there, and I sure as hell hope nobody picks on me like that.
Well, I mean, come on, guys. He was trying to call me 50 before I even hit 40. Okay.
Have you guys ever do you guys know what Zazzle is?
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, so there's a website called Zazzle. It allows you to it's a gift website, but you can customize everything, and it allows you to build your own store. I have a Black Sheep page there where
Oh, that's pretty cool.
make some t-shirts, let you put a margin on it, and then it collects the money for you basically. So you can share the link and people can order t-shirts, mugs, whatever, you can put logos on them. They go to your store, and let's say a mug is $8 and you got a $1.50 margin, it just collects the money for you, ships it out for you, the whole 9 yards. So if you guys start thinking about merch,
Yeah, dude, that's a great idea.
yeah.
We've got chamois that are in a pilot. We've got t-shirts that are in a pilot, but right now my mom's doing them. So if we can find a way to either have her open up a TikTok store with our stuff in it, that'd be great. But that would be a way to expand and probably not put so much of a burden on my mom if we actually get the demand.
And it
that
allows
I'm hoping
you
we
to
get.
have a wide range of merchandise without investing in inventory. Because they've got long sleeve t-shirts, short sleeve. They've got hats. They've got mugs. It allows you to. I haven't pushed it the way I wanted to because just life's come up and it's not that important to me. But I've got about like we had I have a girl on my team in the fall who's really really good. Shout out Nicole. And I took an avatar picture of her and surrounded her by old angry looking men, and the t-shirt says "I got beat by a girl." And I literally, I produced like 15 of those shirts. It cost me like $10 a piece. And when we would win against another team, we would take a team photo and make their anchor wear the shirt beat by a girl. So, but yeah, no inventory investment. And if you guys want to start at least, approaching merch, that might be a good way to start.
Yeah,
Another
that's
one
definitely,
is his house.
definitely something we got to look into.
Yeah.
If you ever need toilet paper, his house is full of Steelers stuff. Just remember that.
You
But yeah,
can
and I
find
also thought
it
about-
right behind the 6 Super Bowl trophies.
Ow.
Ooh.
I knew it was coming.
But yeah, I was also thinking about patches for bowling bags and backpacks too. Those are
these
pretty
on
easy stickers. Yeah,
That's pretty dope. So it's basically make by order.
Yeah, I mean, you'll go. It's got like wedding gifts and T-shirts and stuff like that, and but it allows you almost everything on there. It'll allow you to customize, and then it'll give you an option. Like obviously, you can either go in as a guest or like I went in with my Google account, our Black Sheep account, and then it allows you to build a storefront basically. So when people are looking through T-shirts, if they were to put in the keyword search Black Sheep, like they were looking for a Black Sheep T-shirt, like my T-shirts would pop up. And then, they buy one for $18 and I get like $2. So
that would
Like I
work.
said.
I mean, we already have a BHB Google page because of the YouTube. So
yeah. I'm always business is always one side of my brain's always like, all right, well, how do I make this something?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stay quiet on the team talk.
I have an original 1996 Dallas Cowboys jacket. That's pretty bad.
I mean, I still have an original Junior Seau Chargers jersey.
Don't even get me
Yeah, but
started
he was-
on the jerseys.
He was a goat though, bro.
So the Steelers just released their throwback uniforms for this year, but I have the original from when they released them in 1993.
I would say the Bumblebees.
Now I have a Bumblebee, but this is my Rod Woodson's Tri-City jersey.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, sweet.
So, yeah.
My jersey issue is that every single time I get a jersey, as soon as I get that jersey, they get traded off the team. Every
believe
damn time. Every damn time, bro.
I usually when I order jerseys, I'll usually go to NFL.com or Fan Addicts, and I'll go with vintage players, rather than the fly by night. It's like there's no way I'm getting an Aaron Rodgers jersey or a DK Metcalf. You never know what's going to go on there.
I was say, what about Tommy Maddox?
I got a Tommy Maddox rookie football card somewhere behind me on that wall. Is a Tommy Maddox rookie football card
I think the one that hurt me the most.
in his
was-
UCLA jersey, by the way.
I think the one that hurt me
Oh,
the most
wasn't it his
was,
XFL
Red
jersey?
Griffey.
Who was not his XFL jersey.
Who, Brian?
Griffey when he was with the Reds.
Ooh,
And as soon as I got that damn jersey, man, then he was gone.
yeah. But he
Well, that's 'cause
retired
he was
though, right?
Sleeping.
He retired.
No, he got
He-
traded to Chicago.
Oh, he went to Chicago for a while?
He was a White Sox, yeah.
I thought injuries forced him into retirement. I didn't realize he went to Chicago.
Yeah, he went from from Seattle to Cincinnati
Yep.
to Chicago, back to Seattle, and then I think he ended back with the White Sox.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he only came to Cincinnati for a favor for his father from
Right.
the organization.
Correct.
That's all that
Mhm.
was. He wanted
Yeah.
to see his son play for the Reds.
Right.
And listen, let's be honest too. With his swing, that short right field porch, they were hoping if he stayed healthy, he would have hit like 800 home runs. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think the four of us could hit balls out of whatever Red Stadium was back when he was on the team.
The Great
Riverfront?
American Launching Pad.
Yeah.
No, it was Riverfront at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, I know, but he did still play. He played at the Great American Ballpark too, though.
No.
He didn't.
No.
I don't think
there
he
ain't
did
no way.
No.
Great American's only been around for what? 10 years?
Yeah.
15 years max? 10?
No, it's had to have been around longer than that because Busch Stadium 3 got built in 2006, and you guys were already in Great American before then, I think.
I'm looking. Yeah, 2003, but I don't think he played
Yeah,
there.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure that Great American's been around longer than Busch Stadium. But that is one of the coolest Griffey moments, though. He hit number 500 on Father's Day in St. Louis.
Yeah. That's probably one of my top 3 Griffey moments. The one where him and his father went back to back, probably number 1. And
Yeah.
that catch where he climbed up the wall, probably number 2
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
No,
Prettiest swinging baseball.
the other Griffey moment that was hilarious is when Ken Griffey Jr. ran in front of Senior in left field and caught a ball in front of him, and Ken Griffey Senior looked at him and went, "All right, fool. All right, kid, you're grounded."
Mhm.
That's pretty awesome.
Cincinnati's had some really great baseball players.
George Foster, Johnny Bench.
Bench, yep.
Pete Rose,
Rose.
Who's the Italian guy playing first base for you the last 10 years?
Joey Votto.
Joey Votto.
Now he's Canadian.
Is he Canadian? He's not Italian?
He's Canadian.
Jay Bruce, he was an animal.
Pete
Eric
Rose?
Davis,
Yeah, Peter.
Adam
Rose, Eric
Dunn.
Davis. Adam Dunn.
He
What's
could only
his
do one
face?
thing. He could hit the ball really, really far.
Josh Hamilton, he was a Red.
Yeah, before he became
Yep.
a Ranger, yeah.
Brandon Phillips.
Nah, he was a Philly, wasn't he?
Volquez.
No, Brandon Phillips was red.
Yeah, he was 12-year Golden Glove
Oh,
for
wow.
the Reds.
And he also is famous for starting a huge fight with Yadier Molina.
Deion Sanders was a Red. He drug
Yep.
a security guard down the road on a bicycle.
Sounds about right.
I mean, the Reds have had some really solid players, for real.
Yeah.
You got a really good one now in Noel V. Marte. That kid's going to be a stud.
Well, Ellie De La Cruz, he's good. The Reds farm teams are loaded with talent.
Yeah.
A lot of Reds farm team players go to like the Cubs or the Rangers or them teams and help them win.
One of their farm teams was actually in Sarasota, Florida. Every time I'd go to our timeshare, this is when we were still living in Ohio, and we'd come down here. We'd go to a couple games just to heckle the people that were back in the farm teams. It was so much fun.
Well, I mean, Dayton Dragons, they've got a phenomenal program. Louisville Bats has got a phenomenal program.
The Louisville Bats. That's just a great team name.
Great.
Have you guys watched Savannah Bananas?
Yes, I love Banana Ball.
Bro, so much fun to watch, especially live.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was for women.
It's
No,
it's kind of
if
like
they hit a
baseball.
foul,
It's
if they hit a foul ball and a fan catches it, it's an out.
technically, it could be the very end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like baseball meets wrestling.
Meets Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. I like baseball. I find baseball a little boring at the major league level. But you get me down to a AAA stadium, some of these minor leagues.
Yeah.
They put on a good show, man. My buddy's bachelor party. We went to South Carolina and did a minor league baseball game. They had him out on the field doing a pitch and putt competition. They had the bat boy was a dog. Just a good time all around, man. Any sport, hockey minor league is amazing too.
And concession prices are so much better.
One of the better minor league experiences up in your area is actually the Hartford Yard Goats in Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're the AA team for the Colorado Rockies.
I'm gonna have to go check that out. We used to have the Newark Bears. Jose Canseco and Ricky Henderson played for them after they retired. They put in like a season there when they didn't want to go away, and that was pretty fun.
See, when I was a kid, we would go to Chattanooga every year, and we'd go watch the Lookouts. And that was back when Pete Rose Jr. was playing on their team.
Yeah.
He was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Guaranteed home run every time he touched the ball in that park because it was so tiny.
Mariners got a good team out there too. I forget what they're called. Their jersey's got like a rainforest green frog on it. Aqua Sox. It's the Aqua Sox, I think. And they're pretty fun to watch.
Nobody yet, Mason. It's being drawn next week. Speaking of which, go ahead and drop the keyword again, Swag Nation. If you didn't get a chance to do it earlier, drop Swag Nation in the chat for an entry into the bowling ball giveaway.
If you guys ever need a fourth or a fifth, man, this is chill. I'll lend my unique East Coast perspective to shit.
Heck yeah. Oh, there's Mason.
I don't know. You're a
Power bowler?
Steelers fan. I don't know.
I got you. Wadley, we've already got you in there, buddy. Army Vet Devo.
Yeah, but just think, if you had a Steeler fan in here, we could both hate Browns.
My
That's
son's a
very true.
Browns fan.
You're killing this.
Everybody's got a flaw.
What size helmet did you wear on the school bus?
Double XL.
An orange one with a stripe down the middle.
Yes,
With the
Mason, the
window
bonus
seat.
entries. The bonus entries are go follow the YouTube channel at Bowlers Helping Bowlers and the Spotify. Go follow us on Spotify at Bowlers Helping Bowlers.
Extra entries.
I tell you what, though, the Browns have a solid squad. They
Their front office.
Their
is I
was gonna say their organization is just not ran right at all.
They're like
It's just
the
like
Jets.
Cincinnati.
They're like the Jets.
Well, it's just like Cincinnati.
I was going to say they
Cincinnati.
can't keep a quarterback worth keeping on the roster for more than 2 years before they either end up behind bars or they lose the ability to play football.
Look, I was not a Baker Mayfield fan when the Browns picked him up. I honestly was very thankful when they picked him up because I was like, oh, they're going to destroy his career. And he grew on me. And they should have let him run the offense the way he would have been able to run the team. But they didn't want him to have that control. So that's why he got the boot at the end of the day.
That's a common Ohio team flaw, though. They don't want anybody to have the control but the owner.
Right.
And they're historically cheap. Well, Cincinnati's historically cheap.
Yeah, Browns are
Well-
in that aspect. Well, I shouldn't say that now because what did they spend their money on?
Jamar and what's his face? Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Dude, they had to go get a loan to put in escrow to pay them. That's how bad of an organization it is.
Well, I guess Flying J and Pilots aren't doing as good as the Haslets would like you to think they are.
Right. I didn't say I was a Browns fan. I kind of like rooting for the underdog at times. I mean, I like to see teams that don't win. It's just me.
Yeah, but how can you have any respect for an organization that released brown helmets sponsored by Dude Wipes? Like, I mean, are we talking about an NFL team here?
Yeah, but I mean, Dude Wipes is also sponsoring the PBA.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
PBA's
Kyle
not
Truth.
brown and doesn't look like shit. Like, there's a difference.
Yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily that. I think it was because the Browns also the family owned the Bengals, so they kind of kept the colors the same.
I'm all for the brown uniform. I'm just saying, think it through when you take Dude Wipes as your sponsor.
Devo,
I
you're
mean-
a factory of sadness.
We all are.
But let's be real. The Browns have one Super Bowl, and that's when they sold to Baltimore.
We don't speak of Art's name, sir.
Mr. Modell.
Oh,
Oh goodness. Well, and actually, I will thank my lucky stars for this because there is a de facto way that I could have been a 7 degrees of separation way. I could have ended up a Patriot fan, and I'm glad it didn't happen because Stephen Kraft there for a little while was talking about moving the Patriots to St. Louis. Thankfully, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
The Patriots would have never been the Patriots without Tom Brady.
thanks.
No, absolutely not. Well, that and cheating.
Well, I mean, dude, they all cheat. They all cheat. I'm sorry to tell you, they all do it.
Deflate gates.
LaDainian Tomlinson said it best in the 90s. He said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yep.
Hey, LT was my dog, dude. That brought my franchise back to relevance.
Yep.
Well, a lot of
Well,
people
him and
don't,
Antonio Gates.
a lot of people don't realize Thursday they run the game plan against the opposite team on Thursday. They know what they're running at all times.
It's only cheating if you get caught. You got that right.
Spoken like a
But
true
if I-
single man.
But if I catch you with a sanding pad in your towel that you're wiping your ball off with,
He's gonna go tell on you.
I will go to the league president and the league secretary.
I mean, look, there's everyone's cheating in some aspect. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the walleye tournament guys in Ohio that got busted for weighting their fish.
Yeah.
Literally dropping lead weights in their fish.
That's pretty funny.
Well, that's just a common thing in Ohio. A lot of tournaments, even catfish on
Oh,
pay
yeah.
lakes, they were throwing stuff down in them to get more weight for payout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some, like, okay, we're basically going back to one of my soapboxes here with the things that the rule breakers in league. People still throwing balls of bounce holes. There are still people in my leagues that do it.
Yeah. I've seen it.
There are
too.
still two finger, one handed, and 2-handed bowlers that are bowling with a thumb hole.
No, what do your officers do about that?
Well, once they get the attention, they either pull the equipment from play, or they forfeit their frames that they bowled with it.
Yeah.
Mason, we appreciate you for doing that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
And then they look at me like, "Come on, man, is it really that serious?" And it's like, dude, the rule was put in 5 years ago. It's time to follow the rules.
Yeah, I put that on officers a little bit because when I ran a league, a lot of those changes, like the having the thumb hole covered and the weight hole, had come out, and we made sure we held a meeting with the league. I think there was 6 weeks left in the season, and the rule was going to affect next season. So we gave everyone a chance, get used to the rule, get new balls in the summer, and then the first week, myself and the secretary and the vice president went around. We checked everyone's equipment, and then we even gave a week buffer then because it wasn't like a money league. We said, "All right, listen, dude, told you about it at the end of fall, gave you the whole summer, and you still got the same ball. If it's not changed by next week, you just can't bowl with it."
Exactly.
And that seemed to fix the problem pretty quick.
I don't know.
Yes, this. Hopefully, I will be down for the swag tournament in Wichita Falls next year.
That's probably what? How many hours for me? That's forever.
Oh, I'll probably fly to. I'll fly to Texas.
Yeah, I'm not making that drive. I mean, I'd fly before I'm driving to Texas. Huntsville, Alabama is probably the only place that I'll actually drive to.
Yeah, and you flew this year, didn't you?
Yeah, well, yeah, because honestly, I was only reason I actually flew is because we had freaking flyer miles. So I'm like, there's no point of might as well. My flight ticket was like $12.
I'm
Yeah,
about
I can see
15
that.
hours from there. I'm 15 hours from there.
From Wichita Falls.
Yeah.
That means it's probably a solid at least 10-hour drive for me.
But if I can.
Which, that's not
Not so
terrible. I mean, I
magic.
drove to Baton Rouge. Baton Rouge is an 11-hour trip. I won't be renting me a Tesla, though. I'll be renting me a hybrid.
Yeah, all electric on that kind of mileage isn't as so easy, is it?
You don't want to add 5 hours to your trip?
It added at least 2.5 hours to my trip each time I rented a Tesla.
You know what the hardest part about driving a Tesla is, right? Telling your dad you're gay.
Well, hey, it saved me in fuel costs, though, and I was like, hey, if I ain't got to stop for gas, that's fine. Because gas would have added another couple $100 to my trip.
Yeah.
See, my top 3 worst drivers are Prius drivers,
Yep.
Kia drivers, and Tesla drivers. All 3 the worst.
I'm from
Dang, you're only 5
so
minutes from Ken Ames, Brandon? That's pretty freaking sweet.
any plate that has Canada on it.
Yes.
All the snowbirds here. Oh,
And that's the other thing is I was told when the swag demo days was coming to St. Louis, but for the life of me, I cannot remember when it was. I know it's coming up, and if I don't get there, I'm going to kick myself in the pants.
Are there any PBA bowlers who are using swagger now?
Not right now.
not yet.
I remember when it was it Steve? You talking about big bowling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Marshall Kent was I think the only person because they were Washington based. I think Marshall Kent was the only big bowler.
Marshall Kent and Rhino Page.
Oh, Rhino too.
Yep.
I like Rhino. What a waste of talent.
I don't, and I can't
Oh,
speak
sweet.
because I don't know the answer to it, but I don't think Swag's on PBA yet, are they?
No, the new product isn't PBA registered yet.
Got it.
Yeah.
Right.
The the old swag stuff is through the rest of this year, but then it won't get renewed.
So
So who's your all-time favorite bowler?
I'm not a small dude, so for me it was always Wes Malott.
Ah,
I
big
was-
nasty.
Yeah, big nasty man from Texas, and then Norm, man. What Norm Duke could do
Yeah.
with throwing the exact same up 5, no matter what the shot was. Guy's just ridiculous.
Power, you would probably have to ask Patrick. He may know more about it than we do.
Power, yes, from what I understand, is they're working on it. It is not a guarantee for this coming season, though.
It's not cheap. I know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Like I think they got to get their funds.
I always love Rudy Rebs, D-Gab.
Let's see. Favorite bowler of all time? God, that's hard. For me, though, he's completely like reverse of my style, but I absolutely loved watching him. Walter Ray.
Hmm.
I mean, when the man's good enough to be in two different Hall of Fames, one bowling Hall of Fame and the other the Horseshoe Hall of Fame, you got to be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I'm biased. Tom Daugherty. I like watching him
Oh,
bowl.
Mr. 100.
Love me some Tom
Right.
Daugherty. Got to meet him when I bowled the Spring Hill Open. Awesome dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say as of right now, I definitely have to go with Tackett just for the simple fact that dude has so much rev. I mean, he throws a fantastic ball.
Yeah, he does.
He will probably go down as one of the top greatest bowlers. I would almost guarantee it.
I think he just needs
Dude,
to put
I love
in, like,
Earl
one
Anthony.
or two more years.
I absolutely love Earl Anthony, but it was between him and Walter Ray. But I actually got to watch more of Walter Ray than I got to watch of Earl Anthony, because when I was watching bowling, Earl Anthony had already made his way to the commentary booth.
Someone that I know that can still light you up is Brian Himmler. Dude, I watched him throw in a tournament. He made that house look bad. He casually
Roy
bowled
Robinson.
I
Don't
think
forget, he won the
casually-
He won the 1979 Iowa State Championship.
Ryan Munson. McCracken.
Big Earn McCracken.
Yeah, McCracken.
I'm literally going through my old deck of vintage bowling ball playing cards, and I really understand in looking at these guys why bowling sometimes isn't considered a sport.
Is that Nadler?
Tony Westlake.
Ah.
I was going to pull my Norm Duke card out.
That looked like Nyer. Excuse me. That looked like Daddy Nyer. Okay, who rolled a 300 on TV in their debut? Not sure, D-Gab. Why don't you give us the answer?
Was it Tommy Jones?
He rolled a 300 the day he got elected
Hall of
into the
Fame,
Hall
yeah,
of Fame.
Yeah.
C.K. Moore. Oh, the Golden Depend. We have a Depend sighting.
Mr. Dillard. How are you, sir?
Now, that's an interesting question. Mark, go ahead and answer the question that was posed to us before you even got in the chat. Who's your all-time favorite bowler? Four-gamer on Badger. Ooh. Himself.
It's not a bad answer.
No, it's not a bad answer. Plus 154 on Badger. That's pretty damn good. Who the hell finished ahead of you? Monticelli. Okay, I can see that. Yeah. That's still fresh in your mind because you crossed with him. Another guy that I would have loved to have been like able to watch in person, but I'm too young for it, believe it or not, Mark Roth. I would have loved to see Roth in his heyday.
I'm pretty sure Mark Roth ran a pro shop in New Jersey. I think it was Mark Roth.
Most underrated bowler of all time? Massively underrated for an entire career. Mike Scroggins.
Mika Koivunemi. Major Mika.
I was gonna say a guy with the name of Major Mika can't be underrated.
But no one ever, he's never mentioned as a top bowler. I think because he missed that 10 pin against Norm Duke to lose the Open. But I just saw
Right.
him pop up on a PBA 50 telecast, and I forgot who he beat, but I hadn't seen him for years. But he's bowling again, I think, on PBA 50 tour.
Wiseman's a good call.
Yeah, that's what I was going
Ooh.
to say, Wiseman.
Schaefer.
Ryan Shea. Well, yeah, the poor guy made 15 finals appearances and couldn't win one
Yeah,
for a major. That's rough.
totally forgot about Schaefer, to be honest.
Yep.
But yeah, I would say Mike Scroggins was pretty
Scroggins,
underrated
yeah,
through his
yeah.
entire career.
Yeah.
Patrick Allen was underrated for a lot of his career. He didn't start getting name recognition until towards the end.
Yeah. Who's the announcer on the? He blew up an open against someone too. It's the famous missed leaving the 8-10. Who's the guy that does the announcement?
The Stone 8, Randy Peterson.
Randy Peterson.
Yeah.
I don't think Randy Peterson gets talked about a lot, but Randy Peterson was the shit back in the day.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
No, the thing that reminds me of that, the thing that bugs me about that Stone 8 is the freaking idiot that won the game because of it.
Oh,
I
Springer.
don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's like, dude, you had absolutely nothing to do with how that played out. Sit down, shut up.
Yeah, that was pretty hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
David Ozio. Again, I'm trying to read comments without my glasses on like an idiot.
How's that working out for you?
You're seeing how it's working out.
It's like watching a chimpanzee do a Rubik's Cube.
Let's see. All right, well, it is past that 2-hour mark, boys, and I swear every week we're going to say we're going to keep it to 90 minutes, and we blow right past it.
Yeah, every time.
Well, I appreciate the time tonight, guys.
Absolutely. Can't thank you enough for being on.
Dude, the pleasure was all mine.
Dude, it was a blast. We're going to have you on again. Because we've got a select few that we have slated for return appearances, and yeah, we're going to definitely put your name on that list.
Yeah, I don't just stare at the camera. I'll actually talk. I promise.
Oh, we're gonna have pet peeve conversations for hours.
Here you go.
Yeah, buddy. All right, well,
I appreciate it, guys.
any closing remarks, gentlemen?
No, man, just keep going out there and spreading the word, man. Our sport's not growing the way it should be, and I don't think people realize how fun a night out of bowling is. And keep those leagues healthy, man.
Yes,
Keep those leagues healthy.
absolutely. Cobes?
So,
Thank you for coming on. Sorry I was late tonight. Thank you,
Well, I mean-
everybody.
Man's got a shower.
Right. Don't forget, I think it's next week, our giveaway will be going. So
Yes,
All this
all will
stuff.
be given away next week.
make sure you drop Swag Nation in the comments.
Yes, one last chance. Hurry up. Do it.
Come on, Larry Green, drop your Swag Nation in the comments. You could hate that. All right, guys, I'm out of here.
All right.
Enjoy yourselves.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
I'll talk to you guys later. Peace
Till
out.
next time.
We'll see ya.
Take
Have a
rocks.
good night, boys.
see you guys.